Small events sometimes mirror major change. And one of the biggest symbols of changing racial patterns in the American South will occur in the middle of January here in Tuskegee, Alabama, when a man named Lucius Amerson mounts these steps and enters the office of sheriff, becoming thereby the first Negro to be elected sheriff this century, and the only Negro sheriff in the United States. What kind of sheriff do you think he'll make?
A damn poor one.
Why is that?
What does he know about law enforcement? Does he know anything? I don't know if he does.
You think it's a bad thing for the county for him to be elected?
Yes, sir.
Why is that?
Because we have never had a nigger sheriff here before, and the niggers won't respect him, even if the white people do.
Now, I would like to say that the day that I become sworn in as sheriff of Macon County, I will institute a colorblind type policy. What I mean by that is that everybody will be treated according to the law, and no one will be mistreated, or no one will receive brutality or unfair type treatments. I think that the time has come in these law enforcement agencies throughout the South where brutality must end. And I feel that this is a good time to start right in this county, is to end police brutality.
Amerson's jurisdiction will be a huge one, 500 square miles of county. But it is by no means an average southern county. Some 84% of its people are Negro, the highest ratio of Negro to white population of any county in the United States. What do you think about having a Negro sheriff in this county?
I think it's a very good idea. I think it's time that we had one. I know Mr. Amerson. I think he'll enforce the law fairly.
What do you think about having a Negro sheriff here?
Well, I think it's okay. If the white people that's against it, they don't like it, they just have to get to like it. That's all I have to say for it.
New Sheriff Lucius Amerson is 33 years old, born in Alabama, and for 12 years resident on and off of the county that elected him. Since his election, he prepares for office by studying state law books and going over a study sent him by the Harvard Law School, covering subjects like confessions, search and seizure, arrests, and assault and battery. Do you think you'll have any trouble being the first Negro sheriff?
Well, there possibly will be some trouble as far as the normal troubles that you encounter in law enforcement, but I'm not looking forward to any extraordinary trouble.
Do you think you'll have any difficulty or any adverse reaction from the white population in the county?
Well, I don't think so. I think the people here in Macon County, they know that I ran for sheriff on my merit, and I conducted the type campaign. I didn't talk about, anybody in my campaign. I just ran my campaign solely on my qualifications and my ability to do the job. And as far as I can see, I can't see at the present time where there's going to be any adverse sentiment by the white community.
Being a Negro sheriff, do you think you'll have difficulty enforcing the law with white people?
This is something that I have talked about on several occasions with different people. As a matter of fact, I think that it will be much easier in working with the white people. I don't think that I will have any trouble at all.
Why is that? Why would it be easier for a Negro sheriff to enforce the law with whites?
Well, I think that throughout my campaign speeches, I have made the statement that if I am elected sheriff, I'm going to enforce the law impartially, and whoever commits a crime will be apprehended, regardless of whether it's white or Negro.
Mr. Amerson, what do you think might happen that first Saturday night when you have to confront a white man who's been drinking?
I don't think anything will happen other than he'll get arrested.
You don't think you might have more difficulty because of your color?
I don't think so.
Was race and color a big factor in the election?
Well, the fact that I never did get involved in race and color, I don't think it was a factor at all.
Do you think you got any of the white vote at all in the county, or do you have any indication of any white support?
Oh, yes, I feel like I got a lot of white support.
Lucius Amerson takes his oath of office on January the 16th. His success or failure will depend in part on how he conducts himself, and in part on factors completely outside his personal control. White attitudes will obviously be vital. He must, on occasion, work with a white district attorney and white grand jurors, with white state highway patrolmen and with white policemen in the towns, and of course with the state government where George Wallace has made his reputation on white supremacy. Perhaps the initial testing time will come some Saturday night soon, when that first Negro sheriff has to arrest a rowdy white man who's been drinking. Bob Evans, CBS News, Macon County, Alabama.
I think Sheriff Amerson is doing as good a job as any other sheriff we've had that I can remember.
No better, no worse, just another sheriff?
He's a good, average, ordinary sheriff.
Did you stab anybody today?
I know me and my wife were arguing. I didn't stab nobody.
Arguing about what?
Me and her.
Where's that knife at?
Huh?
Where's the knife?
She got it. She got it. She took it out of my hand. She got it.
Where's your wife now?
I think she's home. I just left her. I walked on up the street.
Well, she signed a warrant on you and you stabbed her, and therefore I'm going to have to charge you with assault with intent to murder. Let's go.
Hey, Rick. Fine. Yeah. Hey, a bet.
What do you see in the years ahead in your job?
Well, in the years ahead, I can see a lot of progress. I can see better law enforcement for Macon County, and I can see that many, many people throughout Macon County will become to respect the law much more highly. Because I think that people over this last year, I mean, they have gotten so that they can rely upon the law more than they have been able to do in the past. And I think that it's going to be much more progress, much more happiness for the people of Macon County. It has gotten to the stage now where I think that something should be done, because people throughout the country, they don't have as much respect for the law as they used to, and I think that this kind of a thing make people have more disrespect for the law than they've ever had. And I think that this is one of the reasons why perhaps people get into a lot of rebellions and revolutions, is because they don't like the way they have been treated by the law. And when the law mistreats them, then they really don't have any place to turn when they're in trouble.
If incidents like this continue to happen, would you hesitate to arrest officers?
I would not like to have to be involved in making any arrest of law enforcement officers in the future in Macon County. But I would venture to say that if the time should happen to arise where it becomes necessary, then I would not hesitate at any time to do what is required of me as the sheriff of Macon County.
The racism present a year ago has not disappeared, but people realize that black or white, Lucius Amerson is still the sheriff, and he has all the power that goes with the badge. So his first year must be considered a success, in that he survived and surprised a few people by doing a good job. Peter Burns, CBS News, Tuskegee, Alabama.